Hi, good evening, everyone. We'll be starting out the presentation quickly. So, yeah, I will just go ahead and do the slide view. So, yeah, very good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining. Thank you for taking your time. Thank you for taking your time and joining this discussion. So, I'm here to discuss about a high throughput cell counter from Nova Biomedical. So, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Utkalendu, and I'm a technical specialist. I'm in the technical support team from MSP Lab Instruments Private Limited, based in Hyderabad, and we are working pan India and have merged and collaborated with a lot of technical companies, manufacturers in India from abroad, and we have got such a good reputation of diversifying, technical instruments into the laboratories, which includes your cell counter, biochemical analyzer, your protein characterization instrument, and HPLC analytical columns, HPLC analyzers, etc. We have a very good record of providing good services and technical support wherever our instrument has gone for the installation. We have a very strong team, a good service support team who can help and rectify the issue as soon as possible, as far as possible, and as soon as possible. So, he's Dr. Vavan. He's the product manager and specialist who handles and oversees all the instruments that is there or associated with our organization. So one of the instrument which one of the great instrument which we have from the Nova Biomedical is a Nova FAST CDV, which is nothing but your fast cell density and viability analyzer. And this entire system is fully automated, that the entire manual process involved in the cell counting process has been automated. So you will get a fully automated analyzer, and the high throughput measurements are there. High throughput processes has been involved for the rapid measurements. The system gives mostly accurate cell density and the viability measurements, and it uses the Trypan blue mechanism, which is the universally accepted method for all the cell counting purpose. And the result for one sample will take only 60 seconds, which is your 1 minute. In your initial stage, it will take maybe 1.5 minutes or 2 minutes for the first analysis of your sample. Going forward, it will reduce the time and make it to 60 seconds. So it minimizes the sample preparation. It always minimizes the sample preparation. You need as less as only 100 microliter sample from your entire culture. So this instrument makes by the instrument stands out from all the cell counters in the market at the moment, which has the automation features, that it requires only a lesser volume of the culture volume, which is 100 microliter, and can analyze the count from 50,000 cells per ml up to 140 million cells per ml. As I told, that design of the instrument has been done in such a way that there are two flow paths, a flow path A and flow path B, and there are specified counting chambers inside the flow path where during the passaging of the cultures through the flow paths, the camera installed inside it will take out the image and will analyze or count the cells included in the culture. And this system doesn't require any manual sample preparation, as you can directly bring out your sample and put it in the carousel tray, and you can go for your cell counting purpose. There are different dilutions which has been provided with the system, which I will talk about in the latter slides. And the automation features we see is you can get two precision syringe pumps for your efficient sample handling. It means that when one of your sample will be on the analysis phase, and it will keep on washing the another part or another flow path, so that your next sample can be accommodated immediately after the first sample or the initial sample. There won't be an interleaved time sequence left in between your sample to sample. Let's say you have two samples, it won't take much time. Let's say you have two different samples. One is your HEC 293, another is your chosen lines. It won't wait after one analysis so that it will wash the wells and then it will go for the chosen lines. It has the interleaved sequence continuous operation option, where it will go for the, let's say the sample 1 will go for the flow path A analysis. Meanwhile, after that, the sample B will go to the flow path B analysis. And the resolution of the image is very, very high, which makes the instrument more unique in the market. As I told that it handles all the steps automatically. You perform no manual dilution or external dilutions, because as it covers around 140 million cells per ml, which you don't accept, you don't expect as such in all your cultures. So this definitely reduces your physical dilution requirements or any other levers that you require if you have a lot more of samples. So this instrument has come up with the automation part, which will help people, those who have a lot of samples with you, those who have a minimal sample, those who have a lot of samples, and you can directly put it into the tube and you can directly go for the analysis. So the error reduction, when you manually handle the cultures, when you manually handle the mixings, when you manually mix the samples before you analyze, you might see some sort of dilution error. Let's say all about your calculation error. Sometimes you miss your cells. Sometimes due to if the culture is not having the homogeneous mixture, you don't get a proper count as well. And there you see a differences in the count, a person to person differences in the count. And one more important thing is when you dilute the samples, more sensitive cell lines tend to lies inside the culture. So uh, there are research papers where it has been mentioned that when you do manual dilutions, when you are not properly aware that how much we need to, uh, you know, how sensitively we should handle to the culture, around 20% of the cells, goes to date, or that, okay, but 20% of the cells gets lysed in the mixing or in the pre-dilutions. So there you cannot expect a greater viability when you are going for a manual cell counting method, though it has been universally accepted. But when we are accepting technology, where we are going for a high throughput mechanistic way for our cell counting, definitely we will consider it, the methods which will improve the quality of our data. As I told that the system contains a 32 position carousel tray, and that tray is entirely to load and go functionality. You just load your sample. You do not have to mix it also when you command the system for the sampling as well. The system will automatically dilute the sample, dilute the samples, or it will do the aspiration dispersion before it takes into the flow path for the counting. And one more best feature is you do not have to remove the spent cups. Let's say you are analyzing the sample, you do not have to remove the sample cups from the system. It will automatically take out the spent cups and will keep it in the waste box. And there is an option for the 96 well plates as well. You can definitely use a 96 well plate and can get your count. As I told that the spent cups will be collected in the waste management tray, which will be inside the instrument, and that waste management tray can accommodate up to 300 cups. It is very easy that you can remove out that uh, waste cups. You can discard all the cups from it, and you can easily install into the system, and you can reuse it again. So the sample requirements, as I told, is very, very less as compared to all other instruments in the market. When you have lesser volume of cultures, then you can go for your pre-dilution factors. So that would be saving your cultures. But yeah, I mean, this instrument can give you a good point on, or a good results on your total cell density, viable cell density, your cell diameter, or a visual percent aggregate. It will not give you a value, of course, but you can visually see the aggregation of your cultures from the image. So the technology that it uses is uh, the universally accepted Japan blue dye technology, where you expect that your live cells do not stain with the dye, but your dead cells, have the tendency where the Japan blue will penetrate into the cells, and you can identify the live cells as the dark cells, as the bright cells, and the dead cells, the dark cells. So there are customization options where you expect that there are different cell lines and different conditions when you handle your different cell lines. In that case, you can definitely go and create your own protocols for your different cell lines. You can optimize your count, which will help you to specify your protocols for your specific cell lines. There are options where you can go and do your cell inspection, and you can match the count to your manual cell counter or any other cell counter available in your laboratory, and you can try and match your result, and you can create your own specified protocol. This is what the software homepage this is what the software homepage tells about. It's a very it has a very intuitive user interface where you will get all your options. Let's starting up to from the analysis. You just go and do the two tabs and you get the result. And you can always do your custom sample types. User can save personal settings for automatic configurations, automatic dilutions, and cell inspections. You can always do that with the system. And automatically indexes samples and assigns unique identification numbers. You get a touchscreen display, 10.6 touchscreen display, and a keyboard with the system. And the actions or the icons are really accessible. So these are the features that you get in the system. Now we'll talk about like what is the maintenance of the system, and how being a customer you would be having the real headache of managing a system rather than procuring a system. So let me just discuss a few things about it. You do not need external maintenance for the instrument, rather than just replacing the reagent packs and cleaning the wells at times. That's it. That's it. That's all about the instrument. And the maintenance of the fluid path is quite easy. It is pretty much automated. There are cleaning solutions which comes with the reagent packs, and you can definitely click on the buttons or options available in the systems, and it will automatically clear the fluid path. And that automatic cleaning procedure ensures that continuous operations have that there is no interruption in the continuous operation. And there is one more technology which has been installed with the system, which is the RFID technology, where you can expect that whatever reagents you will be, inserting into the system will be automatically gets recognized by the system from the day of the installation to the day of the expiry. The use life will tell you at the last slide how you get the use life of the reagents, and how about the costings as well. You get all of our installation date on time, the lot numbers, the expiration date, and the quantity of tests available in the specific reagent system that you have installed. That is entirely automated, and it will give you a number of the tests available in your system, which will make you, more, you know, which will make you more aware that I have this much of the samples available with the systems. I should go ahead and prepare my stocks. So as I told that you can use the cartridges that will stand for 90 days and you can have your 500 sample test in that one cartridge. And the linear ranges of the system, as I have told, the ranges will stand from 50,000 to 140 million cells. And the onboard dilutions, you will definitely get three different dilutions. You will get 1:1, 1:2, 1:4. And the cell types that it really covers from the papers, from the research papers where the FAST CDV has shown a greater impact on the cell counting in comparison to other instruments. So these are some of the per cell lines that has been covered and and tested with the system. But the system is not limited to this kind of cell lines. But just for instance, I just wanted to show that this kind of cells are really covered with the systems. So this is one of the analysis that has been done by the Nova's application team to showcase that we have a analyzer, we have an instrument Flex 2 analyzer where we also have a Flex 2 CDV. And we have done, and the Nova application team has done a real comparison of the Flex2 CDV and the Fast CDV, and you can see the R-square value where the linear regression really matches the unit 0.97, which means that the the instrument is quite matchable with your reference analyzer. And the ranges of your live cell diameter range will be 4 to 70 micron. You cannot go beyond below 4 micron. The system will not identify the cells. So the software features, and as I would tell you that the system is a 21 CFR Part 11 compliance, which is your GMP electronic records guidance, and the software architecture gives you electronic record retention and retrieval, your audit trials, user privileges and access, your network security, everything. And the improvement is the Nova is regularly reviewing the FDA guidelines and updates and the ongoing software updates. We are continuously working on that and continuously improving our process. So the data transmission and IT integrity you try to do. So data transmission options, it is very easy. The flexible transmissions of raw data and images to your network locations, you can definitely transfer by your, by a pen drive or by just connecting a LAN to the system. And the system is entirely OPC compliant device where whatever OPC servers are there in your lab, let's say a SCADA software or any device, OPC software device, you can connect to the system and can get your data and user account management. This has a Windows Active Directory to simplify user account setup and management. So, as I told in the first slide, the sample processing time takes 130 seconds, first one, and subsequent time it takes 70 seconds. 70 seconds one is starts processing. So the last slide was showing a kind of you can say the comparison of your Flex 2 CDV and the Fast CDV, and you can see the data is showing quite matchable data, and the R square is 0.97 and 0.99. So the system is pretty handy and it's pretty useful. I hope that we can have like a couple of questions out of it so that we can go ahead and discuss more about the instrument. And personally, if we get an opportunity, we can definitely go for a demo in the future.